Za nami wielki finał Intel Extreme Masters Katowice 2023, w którym G2 pokonało Heroic 3-1 i razem z nami zwycięzca tego spotkania, czyli JKS. Hi JKS.
Hello.
You are the winner of the IEM Katowice 2023. How do you feel about that?
It feels great, honestly. I can't really describe it. Like, it feels amazing.
What's more, you are the second time in a row winner. Did you feel like any more pressure because of being only one reigning champion?
No, not at all. Like, I didn't. Of course, like, it's nice to know that, but like, it never really stayed in my head or anything like that. I think I was fine with blocking it out, and I don't think it really. It didn't really put any pressure on me, honestly. Like, I think it's just more of a confidence booster, honestly, if anything.
Before we move to the match, I wanted to ask you about the previous year. How would you sum it up? Because for most of it, you was in the shadows.
Yeah, I mean, I played one tournament and then I won, and then I had like 5 months off, and I rejoined a team, which was G2, and I think it was a bit of a struggle at first to come back after so long of not playing. I think it definitely took some time to adjust to the way CS is played and just to play again. But I mean, after a few months, I got more comfortable within the team, and I think it's just a natural process. And right now, I'm really confident when I play, and yeah.
I remember when you joined G2 along with Huxi, the results weren't so good. Do you know maybe what was missing there?
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that they changed IGL and another role, which was mine. And I think when you change two players on the team, especially the IGL, I think everything changes within the system. So it's really hard to rebuild, especially with a new IGL who's completely the opposite from Alexi. Yeah, I think that's basically it. I think we just needed more time to be on the same page, and I think once you saw after maybe 5-6 months of being together in the team, I think we started to play good at Blast Abu Dhabi, and now we're even better here. So I mean, it's just a matter of taking the time together and just putting the work in and making sure everyone gets on the same page, and I think that's where we're at right now.
At the end of the last year, you started your winning path with still last. What have you changed that you look so scary right now?
Honestly, we haven't really changed up anything. I think people are just way more confident individually, and I think of course, we're changing things in our game, but it's not like massive things. I think every tournament that we go to, we change a few things and we tweak a few things and just make sure it doesn't look the same. And I think we're good at coming up with new ideas before matches as well, and I think that's one thing that we're really strong at right now.
In the group stage, you had an opportunity to play against FaZe, so your previous team with which you won last year. Did you have like any additional emotions coming into this matchup?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I think it would have been much nicer to play FaZe in a playoffs match instead of a group stage match, just because of the history behind it. But I mean, that's just the way the groups are, and it was just random seeding, so like, yeah, it was nice to play them at the event at least, and I would have preferred to have played them at the playoffs, regardless of like, if we won or lost, just because of the history. But yeah, that's just the way it panned out.
Moving to today's match, what were your thoughts before the grand final?
Not too much, honestly. I wasn't sure if we were actually going to win because I think Heroic are playing super good right now. They're a really, really, really strong team, and I just try to focus on our own game and just focus on myself and just try to block everything external out. And I think I did a pretty good job at that. And yeah, just to play confident CS, like just to believe in our own team, the way that we've been playing lately, and the way that I've been playing lately. And I think there's really nothing else you can do. And yeah, I think it worked out well.
Was there something that scared you in your gameplay?
I mean, Heroic are just a hard team to play against in general because anyone can be anywhere on the map at any time, and it's just super annoying to play them because you don't know what's coming next. Like, they're really good at making things look the same and then doing something different the next round, and I think they're really good at playing off each other and using like the names in the server to confuse the other team. I think they're super good at that. So I think they're just really aggressive and annoying opponents to play against, and they're super good at it. So yeah.
In the eyes of the community, you were huge favorites of the whole tournament. Did you also feel the same?
Yeah, I definitely feel like we were somewhat favorites throughout the event just because of our streak and how many maps that we played and we didn't lose. It's kind of hard not to be the favorite when that's happening, but I think at the same time, Heroic are the #1 team before we played them in the final. Like, even if the HLTV ranking said that we were #1 for 5 days before that or something like that, I think they were definitely the #1 team before we came into the grand final, and I think they showed it today that they are super good and they were the #1 team. But yeah, that's it.
In the end of the day, your tremendous win streak of the maps ended at 21. It's something insane.
Yeah, it's a pretty good win streak. I'm kind of glad that we lost, honestly, because then it's less pressure on our shoulders. And it's just amazing to have that streak, honestly. It's not something that I ever would have expected to happen. It's like a nice little bonus on the side. So I mean, yeah, it's a nice thing to have in the I don't know what you would say, like the repertoire, I guess. Yeah.
And you are an MVP, DHL MVP of the tournament. That's also probably something amazing.
Yeah, for sure. It's my first MVP actually. It's I wasn't expecting to get it honestly, but yeah, it's nice to know that I played really good in the event and got some recognition for it, and it's something new for me. So yeah, it's a great experience.
And the last question: how Swani is doing in your team so far?
I think he's doing really good adjusting to the coach role. I still think he's a bit of an analyst, but at times like he's a bit of both now, like an analyst and a coach. I think he needs a few more months before he becomes like an actual, like I feel like before he becomes super comfortable in his role, and I think it's something new for him. And every day I can see that he's trying better to become a different sort of coach compared to what he's been doing in the past, which is just like analyst stuff for the team. So I mean, he's definitely putting in the work, and I can see that he really wants to become a good coach. So yeah, it's great so far. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you.